Title: Why You Should Never Rob a Grandma Who Crafts. So, my Aunt Linda is 72, stands about 5 feet tall, and spends 90% of her time knitting sweaters for local shelter dogs. She's the sweetest woman you'll ever meet until you mess with her rhythm. Last Friday, Linda is sitting in her sunroom, deep into a true crime podcast, when she hears the glass in her back door shatter. Now, most people would scream or run, right? Not Linda. She just sighs, puts down her knitting needles, and stays perfectly still in her high-back armchair. This kid couldn't have been more than 19, hops to the broken door. He's wearing a ski mask, which is hilarious because it's 85 degrees out in Florida. He starts bagging up her silver, thinking the house is empty. He wanders into the sunroom, and Linda just clears her throat. The kid jumps so high he hits his head on a hanging fern. He spins around, waving a screwdriver, and yells, "Where's the safe, lady?" Linda doesn't even blink. She looks him up and down, dead silent for a solid 10 seconds. Then, in her calmest church voice, she says, "Honey, you've got your shoes on the wrong feet, and that mask makes you look like a giant toe." The guy is stunned. He actually looks down at his feet, and that's when Linda strikes. She doesn't have a gun, but she does have a high-powered, industrial-strength spray bottle filled with vinegar and cayenne pepper. For her garden, she blasts him right in the eyes. The kid starts howling, stumbling around blind, and trips face-first into a basket of yarn. He gets so tangled in 300 yards of sunset orange, well, that he looks like a human butterfly cocoon. By the time the cops arrived, Linda had finished her podcast and was making herself a cup of Earl Grey. The burglar was still on the floor, weeping in a fetal position, completely immobilized by acrylic yarn. The officer asked Linda if she was traumatized, and she just pointed at the yarn and said, "Officer, I'm just upset he